Raindrop.
Drop top.
Alright guys, what's going on? So for this video, I would like to continue from my previous video about the Mark 7 Golf R's Discover 8 Pro. But to make it interesting, I'm going to go ahead and just move on to the Volvo that my dad recently purchased. I have the Pixel 2 connected to this Sensus navigation unit. Alright, this is the 9-inch tablet size touchscreen. And I would like to just test out the Android Auto for 2019. The newly updated Android Auto on this car right here. So in order to get in, I'm going to go ahead and just tap on this Android Auto. Alright, right now obviously it takes you directly to your navigation of choice. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and right off the bat it's similar to my previous video where I go ahead and just talk about the home button, how it's more easily accessible while you're driving, right? And you could go ahead and just toggle on, go ahead and just play music, right? Go ahead and just toggle this one. When you toggle this button, it's basically whichever app that you use last, it's gonna go ahead and just toggle, just like your phone. You got your notifications here. What I didn't mention in my previous video was the fact that you could go ahead and preview, alright, instead of having it play to you, right? You go ahead and just
says yes 30.
Alright, without being able to play it, you could go ahead and just toggle to see what what the text message is about. Other than that, you go ahead and just swipe it away to close your notifications. You got your Google Assistant button here, alright, and the rest of it is normally what I mentioned in previous video. Anything here with the Google Assistant button, you won't be able to go ahead and interact with the calendar. Basically, when you click on the calendar,
there's one entry on September 18th.
You won't be able to see numbers, dates, weeks, or day of the month. It's basically the Google Assistant's reading off your events. News is the same way. You don't get to see news. Basically, it's reading off the news to you.
Here's the latest news.
And then when it reads off,
you can control the news by saying skip.
When it reads off the news to you, you go ahead and just press this to skip on to the next one. And next one meaning the next headline. Reminder, you could go ahead and just press this, so you could go ahead and set a reminder for yourself, like, buy eggs for your groceries and whatnot. Weather, it reads off to you what your weather is. You can't
repeat it, or is that it for now?
Again, you can't really see the weather or the seven day forecast. It only reads off to you. So Waze is the same thing as Google Maps, and we're gonna go ahead and just touch base on the Google Maps and explore it just a little bit. It's similar. Basically, you click on something. As you see, I have Disney World up on the screen. You could go ahead and call, and you could go ahead and not really call, but go ahead and get directions and this and that. Right? What I want to do right now is, the thing is, you can't really pinch the zoom, so I think that's a drawback. I can't really do that with the Discover 8 system anyway, but since this doesn't have a tactile button for you to scroll, pinch, or zoom in or zoom out, it makes it a little bit more of a hassle to use. But the good news is it's really responsive. If I thought the Discover 8 was quick, this Sensus navigation is a lot more quicker. It renders great, it renders rapid, it's really quick in response. Here it is rendering your cornfields or the country or your Midwest and all that. Alright, so it is an HD screen, better than the Discover 8 that I have on my Volkswagen. And lastly but not least, the system here is different than the Mark 7 system because, as you can tell, this is a 9-inch diagonal screen. The Google UI does not take up the whole screen, right? So I think that's kind of cool because it leaves the top half for you, for Volvo to do its own thing and let you control whatever you can. All right, like I don't know, like media or like your locations and stuff like that, right? So in order to go back, I mean, I guess you can't really use both, right? But still, it lets you go ahead and leave half of this space for whatever you want. So I think that's about it, guys. Thanks again for watching. It's a 5-minute video, pretty long, but see you in my next video. Take care.